slightly different episode today. I'm currently working on one that I was supposed to upload for you today, but then I had this wobble and I thought, let me share this with you because maybe some of you are feeling the same. It's about coming to terms with aging. So here's what happened. I was getting ready to go out. I was splashing cold water on my face, and when I looked up in the mirror, I noticed these grooves around my eyes that I had not noticed before. And when I saw those lines, I just suddenly hit by this force. Moments later, I could feel myself, what can only be described as grief and sadness. I let the feeling continue, but what I essentially was doing, I was thinking of these thoughts. And the best way to describe how I felt was, imagine a plant, a nice, healthy, green plant, like this, but taller, right? Imagine one of these taller inside me. Right? It's tall, it's healthy, the stems are long and strong. The way I was feeling was this. I could suddenly feel myself inside going like this. I could feel myself shrinking and getting smaller as I continued to just let those thoughts run wild in my mind. What kind of thoughts? They were essentially thoughts that we are constantly fed by media, marketing, messages, what we see on TV and everything, that when you age, you are insignificant, you no longer matter, silence, step aside, make room for the new, you're irrelevant, and so on. You know what I mean? I could just feel myself just consuming those thoughts and feel myself shrinking. On the verge of just this dam of tears bursting, I could feel it. And I had to go out for an event. I had to go out, catch the bus, and so on. And so okay, Annie, hang on a second, hold on. Here's what's going on. I recognize how I was feeling. Here's what's going on. This is grief. You're sad about the passing and the losing of something. But the worst thing was I could feel myself shrinking. And I know that if I let those continue to consume me, it affects everything, the way you show up. It affects how you think, and therefore the actions you take and your beliefs and everything like that. Fortunately, I'm in the midst of doing my latest 21-day challenge, which is visualization. And I left the house and I thought, okay, Annie, just listen to your visualization. Maybe that might help, because I knew I had to do something about it and not continue to think those thoughts. Put my earphones on and I listen. And the first exercise of my visualization is a priming, is gratitude. Ask myself, what's one thing you are truly and deeply grateful for? So that was the prompt. So on my bus journey for 1 minute, I started thinking about how grateful I am that this body has carried me. This body's been on this earth for 49 years. How it's carried me this far on all those wonderful adventures I've been on. How I met my partner, how I get to hold our beautiful cat, how I get to travel the world, how grateful I am that it's getting fitter and stronger and healthier every day. I take care of my health. I'm very much aware that as time goes by, we need to double down on certain things, right? So I started focusing on the gratitude of, wow, how grateful for I am that it's taking me now on my journey to central London, where I've got some meetings with people, and how I've got these legs to walk on, these eyes to see. And then I started thinking about how grateful I am that I got to wake up and see a sunrise, and we'll get to see a sunset tonight, and how I get to breathe another breath and witness another rainstorm that we've desperately been needing in London. It's as though I swept those negative thoughts away and I bathed myself with the beauty of, I get to be here right now. And then I started thinking that aging is a privilege. How lucky am I that I get to live another day, that I get to share this journey with my wife and whiskey, and I get to serve more, I get to give more, and I get to do improv. I've discovered it now. It's amazing how lucky I am. So I started really stampeding my mind with these feelings of gratitude. Feelings of grief disappeared. They vanished. And I'm not saying that I just stuffed it under a rug put it away in a corner and just in denial. Not at all. Absolutely accept. Coming to terms means accepting what's happening. I see what's happening. You notice the changes. If you're a woman, you notice certain things that used to come and visit you every single month. Doesn't visit you as often anymore. Yeah, it started happening a year ago, where it was very irregular. In the new year, it started being regular again. I was like, oh, they're back. Yay, they're back. Woo. But now for the past 3 or 4 months, nothing. And yeah, you notice these things, and I notice patches appearing on my face as the sun rises and sunsets another day. You do notice these things. So I'm not saying to deny it, absolutely not. But instead, what I've decided to do going forward to help me come to terms with aging is to bless the process. When I came home tonight and I washed the sun block off my face and I looked up in the mirror again, I saw those lines again, and I said, lucky you. Lucky you get to see another day. Because when you put it in perspective, I'm crying because I'm grateful. Because today we heard a friend's close family member passed away this weekend. And she's probably just slightly younger than me. A month ago, a friend's friend took his life. And he was, I don't know how old he was, he definitely wasn't older than me. And there are so many people who just didn't make it this far. And didn't make it to the next 10 years, next 20 years. I haven't worn any makeup for the past 15 plus years. I don't have any skincare regime. I do take care of my health. I am conscious of what I eat. I do listen to longevity podcasts and reverse aging podcasts naturally with what you can do, your diet, exercise and so on. Very much believe in all of that. To come to terms with this aging is not denying it, just accepting it and being grateful for it and not trying to hide it. I feel like when you try to hide it from others, you're making yourself smaller. You're hiding yourself. I'm not saying I'll come up to you in every episode and go, hey, check out this new line today. Just show up and be you. I accept this process. I'm not in denial of it. But at the same time, I'm not going to be at the mercy of it. I'm not going to let the culture and how it sees people of us over a certain age, I'm not going to let that dictate how I live my life. No way. If this is useful for you, I'll continue sharing how I aim wholeheartedly to age disgracefully. I intend to live joyfully, adventurously, full of meaning, and continue to grow. There's no reason why we can't do that as we grow. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Maybe this might help one person out there. I better go. I've got to carry on and edit this episode I was supposed to send to you today. You'll get it in a few days. I think you're going to enjoy it.